And we are into game one of the arena. Picks and bans phase. Probably one of my favorite phases. Wow, look at this.
Yes.
Purple team have three great teammates.
Nice.
That is quite a statistical anomaly.
Now, welcome along if you're watching to Oceanic Battle Arena Week 11. My name's Carol Colossus, and I'm joined by Clerical Error and Miss Fish. And we're in game one. So, yeah, it's kind of looking good. Azir is available to be selected there. I don't know if he's actually available. I didn't think he was actually available, but he's there anyway. But you can't see that now anymore.
You can ban him, but you can't
You can
play
ban him. Somebody should ban him. That'd be funny.
All right, so Braum's been getting a lot of bans. I'm not sure they're warranted anymore. I think Braum could use a little bit of play. I think the Jinx ban is quite smart because Pip plays a ton. But then again, Tryndamere and Morgana, not Morgana, Tryndamere and Vayne? No, who's the other one? Draven. Draven made it through.
Draven.
Yeah, so Zed and Fizz have both been picked, which probably means that Scrub Phoenix is going to be picking up Twisted Fate because those are the two biggest counters to him. Morgana, very good ban.
I hate playing against a Morg.
Playing against a Morgana can completely prohibit your level 1 invasion. It can nullify your champion selection a lot, like Leona or Alistair. Then they both get countered pretty hard by a spell shield alone. Fizz and Yasuo, I think they're good bans because I don't like going against them, and I don't like having a very bad one on my team. So
nobody really plays Fizz though, in my experience.
Yeah,
maybe it's different at the silo.
Yeah. They've got Annie being insta-locked. I don't know what that's about. That's weird.
I hope there's an Annie support.
Yeah, Annie support would make sense, but yeah, I don't know.
Annie mid's pretty good too.
Right away, Tristana and Tryndamere, that they've been locked in. That is a ton of late game attack damage right there. You cannot really get bigger attack damage carries than that. Maybe Vayne, but that's more kit than scaling with items. That's huge. It's probably Rammus would be a great counter to that. Anyone who itemizes well with armor, such as Skarner getting an Iceborne Gauntlet and all that kind of stuff. I'd like to see Alistair top with an Iceborne Gauntlet against that, actually. It'd be quite good. Although I'm not sure how well he'd go against Tryndamere once Tryndamere gets his ult. I think it'd be a matchup. Yeah, it'd be a matchup worth watching, I think.
I mean, we saw, what was it, last week with the Nautilus pick versus the Tryndamere. It was actually Naut actually went surprisingly well versus him, so...
Sort of. I mean, he still got jacked up early, and that's Tryndamere's most vulnerable point, so...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he did, from my recollection. I mean, I could...
First blood on him or something.
Yeah, Tryndamere first-blooded...
No, Nautilus first-blooded Tryndamere.
Yeah. And he got actually quite a number of kills. And I think he actually held up pretty well even when Trin was split pushing. It was just... Yeah, and I just think that overall Trin's team did quite well, so...
So we've got Alistair and Annie locked in. I really hope that is a support Annie and that's a top lane Alistair. Twisted Fate, Scrub Phoenix, no one's surprised. This is an ongoing...
You could to Tryndamere, because you just put on top of him with Alistair and kill him.
It's a good idea. I like it. The hover from Blitzcrank. Having Tristana Blitzcrank is one of the strongest level 2 just pick-off potential.
And Blitz is really, really good against Annie, because if she gets hooked, she just dies straight away.
Yeah, exactly.
She's so squishy.
And it's locked in, and we've got Chaos Mage on Vi. Most likely in the jungle, since we've already got a Tryndamere, and Vi's typically not played in the mid lane, so...
I mean, which is actually, it works out pretty well because, I mean, one of the good virtues of Vi's ult is it ignores CC, where with some other dashes and whatnot, Alistair in the bottom lane in particular. You couldn't stop it. So that's if Alistair was in the bot lane.
Yeah,
doesn't
it
look
is
like it.
interesting. Yeah, because Alistair is considered a counter to Blitzcrank, because if you grab an Alistair, you've just basically given him a free gap closer.
Yeah.
But he's also considered, like, Blitzcrank is considered a counter to Annie, so they could pull some interesting things here. Now, it looks like they have got Lee Sin and Corki. Corki is the AD carry. He's actually seeing a lot of play, not necessarily because of his damage or his auto attack range or anything like that, but more so because of his wave clear being quite effective when it comes to competitive level stuff anyway, because that way you can go for a stronger dueling 1v1er in the mid lane. The Corki pick allows a lot of flexibility in your mid and top picks, and Lee Sin is always good. So,
I want them to pick Ori here so they have some AP damage.
Yeah, I think Talon might be a bit of a mistake.
Because Alistair will just get too big to deal with.
Ooh,
Oriana's
Oriana,
really good too.
that is an amazing pick. Like, you chuck the ball on Vi, watch your ult go in, and yeah, that's incredible. Good
shield
choice.
Tristana so she never dies as well.
Shout out to Victor in the chat, who's just shown up. You can expect a very hard-hitting interview between myself and him at some stage on his podcast. Whatever it is, the Victor half hour show.
Half hour with Victor.
That's it. So, some real scintillating esports journalism to be had.
Apparently, I'm going to be interviewed at PAX.
Okay.
By Victor, because he's bought his tickets and he's going to be showing up. So
nice.
That should be fun. And I really hope that I'm there as the immunity team manager. That'd be great. All right, we're getting into loading screen. Carrot, why don't you tell us about a couple of podcasts that League of Legends enthusiasts?
Sure. Just while we bring up the spells, so we'll talk about it in a sec. But I'll tell you about the Oslo podcast, first off, which is myself, Cleric, and Ralph, absent person, Vesp QT, Panabianco, who's actually on holidays in Italy right now, so shout out to him. We are the Oslo podcast. We record once a week on this channel, Monday evenings from 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And we talk about the state of the game. We talk about, this week we'll be talking about patch 4.16, so you can tune in to hear about all of that. And we just talk about how to get better at the game as well. So that's kind of our dual mandates, is the oceanic scene and how to get better. And this podcast gets released Thursday or Friday or Wednesday or sometime around then, whenever it gets out. And you can get us on iTunes and whatnot. There's also the Trinity Force podcast, who sponsors us. They are twice a week on this channel, on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings. And they talk about, they focus mainly on answering a lot of listener questions and talking about sort of how to get better at the game. And then there's the T-Force LCS Rundown, which focuses on the NA and EU pro scenes, with a bit of other stuff chucked in there. And obviously they've got a lot of stuff happening with the lead up to Worlds, which is actually not that far off. It's only a couple of weeks off, so it's an exciting time for them. So if you're feeling like you want to catch up on what's happened in the lead up to Worlds, go check out their podcast. And if you go to trinityforcepodcast.com, you can find all of it. Now, let's get into the Oceanic Battle Arena. So we've got the Summoner spells available. Alistair versus Tryndamere. We've got in the mid lane Ori versus Twisted Fate. The jungle is Lee Sin versus Vi. And then Blitz and Trist versus Annie and Corki. So, should be pretty interesting. I'm thinking mid lane is probably going to go in the favour of Oriana, just because she's so reliable.
Well, she's able to farm safely and push the wave without putting herself in range of a gold card. So we'll see how well Scrub is able to use his knowledge of Twisted Fate in order to see if he can get an advantage over her in lane. Because if he does get ahead, if he gets like 1 or 2 levels ahead, or even like a Doran's ring up on her, he can do some pretty nasty damage. So. And if that's the case, then Oriana's not going to be able to catch him when he starts to roam, and he could generate a lot of opportunities. And with Alistar, he can, like, there's very, very few champions in the game as good as following up on a gank as Alistar. Just bam, pulverize, headbutt. Yep. Lee Sin, Kha'Zix, have your way. Just kill him. You know, that kind of thing. So, looking forward to that. I want to, well, we're getting onto the loading screen now. I want to check out the team compositions as a whole. Like, the Vi Orianna combo is definitely winning points here for me. Personally, I love that combo. Vi is a little bit slower to set that up than someone like a Kha'Zix who just jumps in there immediately, because you kind of want to get the full CC advantage of the dive in, the knock up, and the knock down. You kind of want that whole animation to finish before you use your Orianna ult to combo it. But that can be seen as either an advantage or a disadvantage. It depends on the fight. Pips on Tryndamere, he always is just terrifying. He's going to be split pushing all day, and Alistar's not great at split pushing. His wave clear is very lacking. So, like, he can push minions pretty easy, but stopping that push is very... Yeah. That is one advantage he does have. So, he can go, you know what, Tryndamere, take the top tower. I'm going to take bottom tower, 2 kills and a dragon. That's what teleport gets you. Yeah. And Lee Sin and Twisted Fate can really make use of that Alistar teleport. If Alistar teleports somewhere where Lee Sin and Twisted Fate are about to gank, you could turn what was previously a 2v2 lane matchup into just a 5-man base race. And with Twisted Fate, Annie, Corki, Lee Sin, you're going to be doing a lot of damage to turrets, so you'll win that base race. Because as good as Tryndamere is at killing towers, he is not 5 people. Now, Tristana Blitzcrank are amazing in lane. Vi and Orianna, I think, are going to have to protect Tristana as the game goes on. But at the moment, it looks much more like they really want to just kind of catch 1 or 2 people off and then take advantage of that.
I just want to block TF or Corki at the beginning of every fight.
Yeah. Or even Annie. Like, because I don't think...
That's what Annie builds.
Precisely. It doesn't look like the purple team are looking for a team fight 5v5, because they do have the Tryndamere, but they do have great skirmish capability. 1 Blitzcrank hook, or even a knock up, the Orianna slow, the Vi, the Vi ult, the Vi Q, the Orianna ball, the knockback from Tristana. Like, they can do a lot of damage to 1 or 2 targets. Don't get me wrong, a 4-man, 5-man shockwave will just be completely obliterating. But just by the feeling that you get from looking at these champions, it's going to be gaining a numbers advantage through picks rather than winning the team fight through, better positioning and all that sort of stuff.
I mean, what Tryndamere could do is, really... the purple could engage, like, so essentially, because Tryndamere is always going to be pushing against a tower no matter what. So he could, as soon as he clears the wave so it pushes, he could then move to go and join a fight, which sort of starts a little bit ahead of him. So then he's coming in as sort of cleanup crew. Because in some ways the Vi Orianna combination is almost too good to not use as a big engage, as a big sort of wombo combo. So,
yeah. But there's no reason that they can't 2v2 or 4v4 as their team fights. Like, because Tryndamere is not, like, he's not good in team fights. Like, he can do an AoE reduction to their attack damage and slow them if they're facing the wrong way, but that's about it. Like,
just get kicked out or headbutted out.
That's right. Yeah, 1 Lee Sin ult, 1 headbutt, a gold card, anything from Annie on the timer, and Tryndamere is not doing anything in those fights. So he's not going to be able to contribute much unless it's really attacking the tower after they've already done the picking off. And he could do that from his own lane. So, but we'll see how it goes, because he is quite valuable around when it comes to dealing damage to dragons and buffs and Baron and all that sort of stuff. So. But we'll see how it plays out. I think everyone's at 100%. No, Tristana's still loading into the game. So, and that cute little Ernest Elf Tristana skin. Look at that. It's adorable. It looks like someone's dressed like their child up for Christmas as that, but has a strangely weird face of, a yordle. The yordles always look slightly peculiar in the face.
Yep.
Especially this Dragon Wing Corki. Crazy man. Here we go. So we should be loading into the game any second now. He says in heightened
As we wait.
anticipation. There we go. All right. So let's see who's going to be the first out of the gate.
You into the game?
I'm in the. Yeah, I'm into the game. Are you not into the
I'd
game?
love to see Annie start Doran's Ring this game.
I'm not in the game.
That's all right.
I'm
It's
in
not
the
like
game.
you're the one controlling the stream at all.
No, yeah, it's fine. It's all good.
It hasn't started yet though, and the time is at like 13 minutes for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, now
I-
it started.
Yeah.
Now it started.
The timer said 35 minutes and 26 seconds. That was really strange. I wonder if that's like a prediction of how long the game's going to go.
Oh well, Annie actually is starting Doran's Ring.
Yep, you called it.
That's really smart because you need the 60 HP will let her live through Blitzcrank Burst because he doesn't have Ignite, which you should have, I think.
Some
Looks-
good
Ignite's
sportsmanship
just so
coming
good.
out from everybody. Everyone saying good luck and have fun, and Stella Lake on Lee Sin complimenting the Oriana splash art. Alright, so bit of a skirmish invade team sort of happening here from the purple team. Oh, and they get a ward down into the Lee Sin.
Blitzcrank's
Kels-
gonna get the hook though.
He's gonna feel
He
it.
does
He's-
too. Nice.
Oh, the purple team
team
weren't
wasn't
really in position to follow it up, which is a bit of a shame because that definitely would have been a kill if even two of them had been there, not even all three of them. So
When you're guarding against a Blitzcrank, you don't stand in that bush or in try because he can hook you through Dragon Pit, so you
Yeah.
have to stand outside of that. Like
I,
near
yeah,
Wraiths, so you can't-
I'd personally stand sort of just underneath where the Wraith Camp wall is. That's
Yeah,
where
yeah.
I'd stand, and then probably, well, I'd actually probably even go maybe even outside of the Tri-Brush. I
I
might
drop a
go,
ward and then walk back.
yep.
that's interesting. So Chaos Mage is recalling. So is he possibly going to be starting at the red buff and he's making his way over there, or is he just getting his health back for the start because they know they're not going to invade? See, I think after getting Lee Sin down to half health, that you could have gone for the full invade. I mean, it's not like Blitzcrank's hooks on a particularly long cooldown when it
could've
comes to
gotten wards on
invades.
the buff. Oh no, they did get wards down.
I mean,
They got a red buff there, but they're not going to get the timer because it's going to expire before the buff dies. They're going to get a general idea of it, though.
Is it
So
Annie
that-
mid and TF support?
What?
God.
Oh my god.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That's terrible. Don't do that.
Yeah.
he did too.
Salty is useless.
Wow.
And he was gonna do fine mid anyway.
Yeah, I quite liked the Twisted Fate Oriana matchup. Feeling
Scales well without gold, and TF really needs gold to do anything.
and Twisted Fate on support. Well, we've said this before. It's not-
Oh, big crits on top.
oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, Alice is getting taken down.
That's one of the problems of facing Tryndamere is he's got at maximum, when he powers up his rage, he's got a 35% crit chance just at level 1, which is just insane. So you really need to watch for that, for those crits.
I think Alistair should be a fine though. He started with the
Needs
Crystalline
to
Flask and
use
a
his
bunch of
pulse.
potions. Yeah. So I think he's trying to bait Tryndamere into fighting under tower or something, but that's dangerous talk. Ooh, oh, he didn't pulverize him under tower. I was expecting that. Oh, there we go. There's
Just
a
a level
hook.
2.
Hook has hit the Corki.
Oh,
Hey.
a slight
Oh,
mistake
open up.
there, using the heal when he had the grievous wounds on him.
Oh dear.
So that's wasted some of the healing potential with that particular ability. Summon a spell.
Yeah.
So-
This is the Blitzcrank just misses his hook. Get a lot of damage onto him, so it was a favorable trade for them, but they lost the trade before that. So now Blitzcrank has complete and utter control of the brush in the bottom lane. That's gonna be very, very difficult for Corki and Twisted Fate to work under. Whoa.
Wow, if Blitzen landed that hook, then Twisted Fate would have been
was
so
dead.
dead.
So dead. Absolutely no chance of escape there. He would have burned his flash to try and live, and then he'd just be without a flash and still be dead. So I can't imagine Armagon's going to be particularly happy with this laning matchup that he's going against now. As I was saying,
CS by a lot though, for some reason.
I think
Yeah.
that's he knows that the situation is bad, so he's focusing on on CS and staying safe. But the second Twisted Fate gets killed, that lane is going to snowball and snowball hard.
Now, something that may be intentional, maybe unintentional, that Alistair's doing quite right is using minion damage against Tryndamere. So basically, there was a big minion wave. Tryndamere was trying to last hit. Alistair knocked him up, and then that caused him to take quite a bit of aggro. So, I mean, that's actually quite a smart use of kind of the lane to press your advantage. Like right now, wow, look at that damage.
Oh!
And if you hadn't hit, but he still might
Oh,
die.
I got
Oh!
him.
Not sure what killed him.
It was the
That
minions.
was the
So
cannon.
it was
Oh,
the caster minions. Caster
Yeah.
minions OP, man. You
That's
can't
really well
don't mess with
Alistair
those.
doesn't know what happened either. So yeah, the minion auto attacks, they were already in flight
Yeah.
to kill them. That's
And I mean, probably the only issue with what he was doing was that he was headbutting him away from the minions, which the minions were absolutely caning him. So I mean, it's quite lucky that he managed to even get that kill just then. But
I was hoping that was going to kill him.
Well,
there we go. Twisted Fate get hooked, and
well, that's
he's
the flash. There
has
it's
to use
down.
the flash.
So now bottom lane is going to be extremely dangerous. No flash up on Twisted Fate. He's got no health potions or anything. It's forcing him out of lane. And yeah, like Armagon is going to die if he stays here.
Yeah.
Oh, he burned a flash
That's-
and he had to burn his Valkyrie to get out of there. So
That was very well played by Blitz. That's exactly how you should play it when you're in that dominant position. You're using your what's his speed boost? His overdrive, and the power fist to exactly what he's doing right now. Use the power fist, knock him up, and then save your hook for when they try to get away. So that was very well played. Now, interestingly, Alistair is level 6 while Tryndamere is level 4. He's just gone level 5, but Lee Sin could probably actually. I mean, they could go for at this point. They could go for a dive on tower if Lee Sin was able to get in a good enough position. Yeah, brilliant initiation! Wow, that was nasty.
didn't even need to use Ignite there. That was some nasty damage.
Oh,
there. Oh, Tryndamere and Alistair are both so low, but we know who that favors. Tryndamere thrives on low health.
yeah. Because I mean, Tryndamere's his ultimate is much stronger in this position because Alistair negates it by 70%, but it still does damage. Where Tryndamere's he just doesn't die. So, having said that, Alistair his heal is reasonable on himself. It's not great, but if he's got lots of mana, it's certainly going to be in a better position than what Tryndamere's got with his healing through what's the ability called?
Tryndamere's heal.
Yeah,
Bloodlust.
yeah. So it's
Alistair-
something. It's not nothing. It's not great, but it's there.
Alistair can
Oh.
kill Tryndamere right now.
That was a brilliant power fist onto Corky, and Corky's
Armagon's
dead.
so low.
I wasn't watching, but I was watching top.
Yeah, I can't believe Pips is still level 5, and
Yeah.
Trenchkle is level 7. That's
You
huge.
should just ulti and kill Pips because ulti
Yeah.
gives
He
you
doesn't even need to.
65
He-
damage.
Yeah,
All he
yeah.
needs to do is flash headbutt pulverize, and he is dead.
Well, this is exactly at the point where the jungler should be
level
coming to
6.
top. Jungler should see that Tryndamere is low. Well, actually,
jungler's-
the Alistair should be pinging to say Tryndamere is extremely low. Come and
I can
dive.
just do it on his own. He's just playing too scared and giving Pips too much respect for some reason.
Well, unfortunately,
Well, now he's
Annie
level
is-
6, so doesn't matter.
Annie's not a great pusher, so she's not really able to set up the roaming position that Twisted Fate would have been able to go for that top gank. So I'm really struggling to understand the Annie Twisted Fate lane swap. That's
Oh wow, that was a beautiful insect.
oh, the ignite's down on Oriana. She's toast.
Nice.
Now,
Annie... Oh, can I just talk about a mechanical thing?
Yeah, go.
Annie used Tibbers, which has an 0.25 second delay, so she should use her Q for the stun, because it's guaranteed to hit, and then follow up with Tibbers when they're stunned, so they can't flash away.
Ah.
If there's only one person, that is. Otherwise, use Tibbers for the AoE stun.
That's interesting.
Yeah, now Quaya5, our Oriana player, has said in all chat that probably shouldn't have played her because he bought her yesterday. That's... I do think that Scrub Phoenix on Twisted Fate would have done a lot better versus a one-day practiced Oriana. Oh! Than he would against one of the most devastating laning matchups you could possibly get. Tristana or Alistair. And they're really snowballing. It's pretty crazy the amount of damage and positioning that they're going to be able to take advantage of.
Well, I mean, you just look at the items. You've got Annie's got a Fiendish Codex and a Sorcerer Shoes, and then 2 Fairy Charms, and Oriana's got a Tear and a Duran's Ring and a Fairy
Oriana
Charm.
should
So
build Chalice because
Yeah.
so she doesn't get busted out.
Yeah, I really don't understand the tier over the Chalice option. Then again,
First time Oriana, so.
yeah, that's it. First time Oriana, so.
And they should be maxing Q instead of W as well. Like W is
explain
okay,
why?
but Q is just better generally.
Just cause. Oh, another Blitzcrank hook. I love watching Blitzcrank. He's one of the most exciting champions. Like, I'm always on the edge of my seat, waiting for him to get a hook or just miss. And oh, here we go. Vi has finally ganked the lane. There we go. The ultimate's down. Oh, very nice positioning from Pips. Like orb walking with an auto attacker. Oh, Scrum. Oh, poor Twisted Fate is dead. Now, what's the golden rule? What we say every time is if you die twice in lane, and it just keeps happening, don't go back. Go elsewhere, start making
well,
plays.
I mean, the real issue with Twisted Fate as a support is that the range of his abilities is not stellar, and it's certainly not long enough to dodge being mauled by a Blitzcrank who wants to run at you or hook you. So it's a real,
Yeah.
just comes down to the pick. Now, it's something I want to mention for the benefit of anybody who's thinking of playing Alistar out there. Don't forget that your ultimate breaks disable. So in the case of that Vi ulti, if you know she's going to ulti, wait till she actually goes to knock you up, and then use your ult, and then walk away. It breaks even knockups. So,
Wow, that was a nice trade from Alistair there. Like, I think that favoured Alistair over Tryndamere there.
Got this gank
Sorry,
by Vi. This is going to be interesting. Yep, somebody's going to die.
It's going to be Scrub Phoenix.
Oh, yes.
He can't run. The flash. Oh! The counter gank from the Lee Sin. That might be enough to turn it around. It is!
Oh, that was a brilliant kick.
Wow. That was beautiful.
Now,
That
you really want to turn that into a dragon. This is a
Yeah,
great time to dragon. And looks like they might be doing it. They've missed their opportunity. They really had a good opportunity to dragon there, but they missed it. So, yeah, having said that, they're still in the lead, blue team. So, only 300 gold, but it's, better than being behind, I guess. If you're Scrub Phoenix at the moment, you'd be thinking, now's a good time to try and use my ultimate. So, if you're not going to roam from mid, you can roam from bot. And what we're seeing with this top lane is essentially what is a real issue for fighting against Tryndamere after a while, is that he just ignores you and just goes for the tower, and you can't fight him because
You might die here. If Alistair pops ulti at the beginning of the fight.
I'm not sure what my audio quality is right now because I'm on my phone. The power has indeed gone out.
Oh dear. I was wondering why you were so quiet.
That's right. Blue team is in for a lot of trouble because Armageddon and Scrub Phoenix may both be down.
Oh dear. Oh, well, I guess we'll find out in about 2 minutes' time.
Indeed.
3 minutes' time. This is a good move by Lee Sin going up to the top because they're going to get this tower back, and I mean, that's one of the virtues of Alistar, is he does push towers pretty quickly.
Oh wow, that was nice.
I missed that. What just
And he
happened?
just walked down on wards, but she just one-shot just anyway.
Yikes.
Just died with both sums up, which is pretty bad. And she was kind of low. And Annie's really strong right now. So she should be more careful of Annie.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she's got a Morellonomicon, and so what tier 2 boots and a full item. Great move by Alistair. Yes, that was actually worked out really well for Alistair by using that shockwave because, oh, but she's going to get away. Oh, no, he's going to get the kill anyway. It might even be a double.
Wow, very
Nice, nice. That was actually one of those things that worked out quite well in their favour. Alistair should have used his ultimate as soon as that he saw that shockwave was coming down. He should have used his ultimate. So I mean, it's so like getting that. No, that was a nice stun by Annie. Getting that ultimate down right is really important for Alistair because it's such a powerful ability. And if he'd used it while under the tower, he probably he could have even if he'd done it exactly right.
Just
He could
used it
have.
at the beginning for the extra damage too. And bot lane dives it back because
Yeah.
it's Twisted Fate support. So not much you can do with that.
Yeah.
I disagree with going Morello on Annie right now. She should just get DFG. She doesn't really
Yeah,
need
yeah.
the regen.
No, I think it's probably a smart
And
move
Lee
as well.
Sin will be giving it blues because he uses energy. Hopefully.
All right, I am back into the game.
Back
with
again?
Incredibly chuggy internet connection being tethered through my phone, but I am back. So, what did I miss, people?
Bot lane died again.
Morello.
Lee Sin and Alistair nearly had a really excellent gank in mid, but they basically got caught out by a pretty nice Orianna ult, which got them down low enough to get the kills. I don't think Lee Sin, Twisted Fate's gonna be able to get that kill. Nope, because he's got no damage. Now, Brave have actually got some pretty good wards. They're about to go down, but they got a fair bit of decent warding on the bottom and in that brush as well. They've got a pink ward on their own blue, which is a bit of an odd spot to put it, but obviously worried about some roaming. I mean, right now, if I was red, I'd be pushing for try to get to Dragon because you're kind of all there, and there's not really anything, top us down.
There's nothing to do about it. They've got great ward coverage. Well, at least they did when my game last updated. So, and yeah, my game just caught up. Oh, just in time to see Tristana get a double kill.
Okay, we're at 1640, so that's where we're at.
Okay, I'm at 1730, so I think my game might be doing weird things.
Yeah. Unless we're about to see Tristana get a double kill, in which case you're in the future. And do you have a hoverboard yet?
Do I have sorry?
A hoverboard yet?
Yeah, man. How do you think I got here? What, you don't have yours?
No, well, I'm disappointed.
Oh, wow.
Oh, is he going to get away? Yes, he takes it.
Did you just see Annie and Trinity kill each other?
No.
Oh, that was ages ago.
Oh, fun.
Wait, Annie and Trinity kill each other, so Trinity dies. Then no, we haven't seen that yet.
Spoiler alert!
How are you ahead? What?
4G, man. It's the way of the future.
I see. Tristana's maxing W second, which you just don't do. You max Q second.
Not always. There are options with Tristana, I feel.
You always
Like,
max Q second.
I think we're about to see Trinity and Nanny kill each other.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Oh, there you go. Cleric is in the future.
I'm an oracle.
Oh my gosh, can't wait to get my hoverboard now. So excited. There's hoverboards in the future. I mean...
And
yeah.
thirdly, Tristana is about to do something rather nice in the bottom lane.
This is kind of annoying for you because you can't talk about it because it's... You should bring it back.
I can't see the action,
Yeah.
but I know what's going to happen, so
Okay.
keep an eye on Tristana in the bot lane.
Bring it back for 1830, right?
Yeah, bring it back to 1830.
Oh, I can't. Like, it's doing all kinds of weird things.
Oh, okay. That's not cool.
Also,
Oh,
nice
it's a very desperately sin kick, but I think it's... Blitz gets a good hook.
save.
It's going to be all over for whoever gets hit.
Man, I'm the great sports almanac of this game. I'm going to say... It's crank.
You want to start placing bets. So yeah, I mean, that was another example of where Alistair really should have used his ult. Like, knowing that he was going to take a fair bit of damage, he should have used his ult. It's just lucky that they didn't actually really go in to kill him, because I think they probably could have.
I followed up for sure.
Yeah. So, yep, that's it. Oh, he used it now, but it may not matter because you're so low. Having said that, check out them damages. That's a taste of the Annie for you. So they should be definitely going for the dragon right now that they've wiped out the jungler and the support.
With just on the wave clear and Ori wave clear.
I mean, this is exactly like tunneling on towers isn't always a good thing. Like, going for objectives is what you want, and towers are not always that objective. So,
oh, never mind, they're diving.
Oh, the attempted insect, and then the flash
He didn't
out.
have ulti.
Oh, didn't he?
It was on cooldown.
Disappointing for him.
Well, it baited to start the flash, so that's
That's true.
next level strategies.
Yeah.
I guess they got the tower anyway because of Lee Sin's place. So that was okay, but I would have gone dragon personally.
Yeah, I would have too. And this Lee Sin hung around too long, and he's going to pay the price for it. Now, Trinimir doing what Trinimir does, and that tower's definitely gone.
Dragon, they would have been able to go top and stop Tryndamere in time.
Yeah. So overall, that's a win for Red Team. Oh, he dodges the stun. Yeah, they got mid, they got top two, and then they're going to get dragon as well. So Purple Team are really they really came out on top of all of that.
Yeah, and that's why they should have taken dragon, so that looked like it themselves.
Blitzcrank and Lee Sin are about to have a dance between two towers.
Okay.
You guys are in for it. Sure.
You still can't move back to we're at 21 minutes.
Yeah, no, it keeps pausing.
Oh.
And then I'm unable to check anything, and then I'll get like a snippet of action, and then it'll pause again. So I'm able to look at ward coverage, I'm able to look at the items that people are building, the kill scores and everything, but all of a sudden I just have a wave of action. So you guys are really gonna be
playing really good.
See you later. Twist of fate, you're dead again.
like I said, you guys need to do the talking because I can't.
Yeah,
see
okay.
it.
No, we're just sorry, I drew it. So I mean, really,
Oh!
I was waiting for the dancing part because he said, "Oh, you're gonna watch for the Lee Sin Blitzcrank dance."
Yeah.
I mean, this Trinity is a real menace now. I mean, he's now just basically going to every tower he wants, going after anybody he wants, and he's just he hasn't even got his balk yet. So
No, he rushed a static shiv, which is an interesting choice. Because Tryndamere really doesn't need the extra pushing power. Just beating Tryndamere is generally enough to get that pressure that you need. And the Blade of the Ruin King is, one, amazing against someone who has to build tanky. But also one of the best dueling tools you could possibly get doing. So it's weird that he's gone for that itemization choice.
Oh my god, does he really get away here?
oh,
That was really nice to do.
so close.
I would, if I was going to go static Shiv Rush on Tryndamere, I would be rushing an Infinity Edge directly after it. I'm not sure I get the static Shiv into Blade of the Ruin King. That's, like, I get that attack speed is incredibly important on Tryndamere, but the damage is going to be a bit slow coming.
Oh, that was a really nice wombo. Good move. That was a very good move.
What happened? You'll have to describe it. Pretend you're
So Annie stunned him, and then Alistair knocked them all up, like, as soon as the stun was about to wear off. So
Blitzcrank cooked Alistair in, I think.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Which you just don't do.
No, it's not when you're a group like that.
See, at 24 minutes, you'll see Tryndamere try and 1v3, and you'll see him auto-attacking an Alistair and doing very little damage. Now, to be fair, he does have a Ninja Tabby and Glacial Shroud, but if he'd gone for Blade of the Ruin King first, or if he had started building towards an Infinity Edge instead of a Static Shiv, he would have done a lot more damage to that Alistair. Oh, wow! I really hope that was use of the sixth man strategy that we described on the podcast the other night.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Blue minions in the bottom lane have taken the outer turret.
Nice. Which we haven't actually seen yet.
No, but you can look at the minion wave and you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
explain
yeah. It's good. Yeah, okay, good point. So you get a huge big minion wave. It's just stopped just outside range of the tower. So if it'd gone just a little bit further, you wouldn't have seen those minions come right up into it. So that's why it's going to push so hard and have such a big wave. Minions.
Minions Tryndamere when you have minions.
So we've got a situation where
minions.
we haven't actually got any sweepers on blue team, so that's a pretty huge oversight. We've got three sweepers on purple team, one of which is upgraded to the oracles. So I mean that's good sight control, vision control of for purple team. But yeah, I mean blue team hasn't got anything, so that's a real problem. I mean right now, if to be honest, if purple were aware of it, I'd be placing very deep wards. And just trying to get control of the jungle, because I mean someone like a Tryndamere, if he can farm the lane and farm their jungle, he's going to be very difficult to. It's just going to add more and more to his power.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Poor Scrub Phoenix is about to learn why you don't try and split push as a support.
Yeah.
Now the blue team ward coverage around the dragon area looks pretty good. And Dragon's going to be up very shortly, so hopefully they use that knowledge to their advantage and try and actually take on with a numbers advantage when Tryndamere's off split pushing.
I'm not entirely sure why that Alistair engaged like that. There was very, very poor, like, there was no follow-up, so it's very strange that he would do that given how risky it was and how little damage they had to follow it up. There was 4 of them there, and you had to support a very, very, very underfed, gold-starved support, and then you've got yeah, I mean Annie's far ahead, but she's not that far ahead that she can wipe a whole 4 of them together.
They should have Annie flash in to start that fight.
Yeah, I just want to correct myself earlier. They can't really do a dragon fight with numbers advantage because Corky has disconnected. So
yeah, which I only just noticed. I just realized that he hasn't returned.
What's the ward coverage around Baron like for you guys?
1 blue right on top of the top
and
of the
2
Baron
red
pit.
walls that'll show people walking towards it.
Yeah.
Aha. Let's keep an eye on that area. What map movements have we got here? Pretend you guys are doing a radio broadcast.
Well, basically they're now converging on Baron, having got control of the vision. I think that one of the spies has gone away, but
risky though. Because Fate altered.
Again, I think this was the fate.
I was the way you were talking. I was expecting a like a a Q to just like get the Baron, a bit like the old the Janna level 1 Janna Q steals Baron. I thought, wow, that would have been Scrub would have.
Shout out to XDG, my former. My former.
Probably the greatest Baron steal in history.
Greatest, maybe not. Most.
No, it is the greatest Baron steal. There's nothing.
It is. It's like a 70 damage tornado.
Yeah.
And it's not an instant cast or anything.
Yeah, but to claim that he did that intentionally, complete bullshit.
I know, it's not intentional, but it's still good. Like, it doesn't have to be intentional to be the best Baron steal. The fact that it wasn't intentional was the best Baron steal is why it's the best. Alright, well, blue.
Best Baron steal. Oh, no, you go ahead. You can see things that are happening.
Yeah, and you're also lagging it like crazy. Something blue, having seen, when they saw that that purple had taken the Baron, they should have really gone and got that dragon. Like, it wouldn't have made up for the fact that they don't have Baron, but it would have at least gone some way to get them sort of maybe back in the game. Oh, yeah, I mean, being 4v5 is a real issue. Damn you, power supply in Darwin.
No, not just Darwin. The Northern Territory.
Oh, the Northern Territory.
The entire, like that big chunk of the map at the top of Australia.
But seriously, how many people live in Northern Territory who don't live in Darwin?
Well, if you can call it living. No.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there, but we do have quite a dense population compared to the rest of the territory, and quite a sparse population compared to every other city.
Yeah. So, I mean, essentially what people should be doing now, pushing down mid, and that's what they're doing, getting that inhibitor and then moving to bot. Now, something I saw in a game yesterday, which still baffles me, is I was playing a game where we had both the two inhibitors down. I think we might see the end of the game, actually, if they can get a couple of kills here. Yeah, it's the end of the game. Yeah, had two inhibitors down, and then people just sort of thought, oh, let's just keep pushing down mid, even though there was still a tower up. No, wrong. Unless you're in this situation where you've got a couple of kills and you're going to be able to finish the game. If they've got 5 people up, you go get that last tower and you siege it. It's so unfortunate that the DC robbed them of a good game, because it was looking like it was going to be an interesting contest.
It's going to be pretty close.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm at the same time you guys are.
Oh, awesome! What, the end of the game?
Yep.
All right. GG to purple. Okie dokie. Let's move into game 2.